Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to the Nerd Out. This is my first video. My name is Paulo Mendez, and I essentially just started this because I love hip hop, man. I love hip hop. I love music. I mean, who doesn't, right? Like, I feel like everybody has their own type of music. Even if they're like hardcore fans, or even if they're not, I just feel like everybody loves music, me included, and I wanted to talk about it, man. I wanted to talk about it. I want to share my piece on it. You know, I love going through YouTube, scrolling around, and just watching people comment on their takes. Talk about new albums, talk about new singles, talk about artists and everything. And yeah, that's what I'm here to do. So, starting off today, what a beautiful day, special day. Today we're gonna be talking about Gunna's new album, A Gift and a Curse. I've seen a lot of people, they've been saying it's really good. They've been saying it's album of the year. Everybody's been praising it a lot. And I'm gonna just say straight off the bat, Gunna's new album is not that good. Like, it's really not. All right, but hear me out. Hear me out. Because I know that might be like a hot take for some people. Other people are on the other side. They're like, it's kind of mid. It's kind of generic. It's whatever. And I'll be honest, I agree with those people. Gunna, he's not the greatest rapper, right? He really isn't. He really isn't. I mean, and that's to no surprise. But I personally, even if it's just like a mid rapper or a rapper where it's like everybody knows it's not the greatest, they still have their single niche. And in this case, Gunna's thing is like, giving us bangers, giving us hard flows, cool production, all these different bangers, right? And coming into this album, that's kind of what I was expecting. Even though I wasn't expecting too much, I was expecting a couple bangers here and there. Something nice, just something I could play in the background. And I'll be honest, that's exactly what I got. Nothing special, nothing crazy, just an okay album. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because a lot of people have been saying it's like I said, album of the year and everything, and it's really not. I mean, it's not. Jack Harlow's Jackman is better, and people are like giving him hate and everything. But you know what? That's an idea for another video. All right. Once I'm back, we'll talk about Jack Harlow a little bit. But for now, Gunna. I mean, I would say I'm kind of disappointed, but it's kind of like what I was expecting. So I'm not really all that disappointed. But you know what? Whatever. Let's just go through the track list, all right? I got it right here. I got it in my laptop. So first track, Back at It. It's decent. It's nice. He has those unique flows. First time I heard it, my headphones were like blasting through. I had them high volume, so it's nice. It's sonically appealing. He has some nice unique flows, and I genuinely really like that track. It's probably my favorite or my second favorite, and we'll get to the rest. And then you have certain songs like Back to the Moon, I Don't Know No More, Payback, Cash, Rodeo Drive, and you have a bunch of those songs where it's like in the earlier half of the track list where I'm like, all right, this is not that bad. It's actually decent. It's pretty good. I can listen to this, I don't know, on my speakers or on my headphones if they're like really loud, because I feel like with some songs, you gotta play it loud, man. If you don't play it loud, it won't be that good. And I feel like other artists sound better on speakers, other artists sound better on headphones, so it all depends, That's why you gotta experiment with the way you listen to music, and it elevates your way of digesting music. So for this one, I was definitely listening to it on my headphones, blast up. And like I said, some of the songs I was interested in. I was like, okay, this is pretty good. But then we get to, what is this? Track 8. It's okay. It's forgettable. Track 8 called Bottom. I mean, I don't think I'll be going back to that at all. And then we get to, in my opinion, the best track, number 9, P Angels. That's by far the best track when it comes to flows, delivery, performance, even production. It definitely gets my head bobbing. I'm like, you know what? This is pretty good. I like this. But aside from that, afterwards you get into Born Rich. And I'm over here like, yo, like you can do better than this. I've heard better than this. Right? And then you go to something like Go Crazy, and those melodic cuts, man, they're not it. I don't know what's with some of these trap artists getting into these melodic cuts. Sometimes it works, and a lot of the time it doesn't. All right, I know a good example of this was last year. Future's I Never Liked You. He had a couple of melodic songs on there where I'm like, you know what, this is decent. I like it. He goes into his melodic bag, and then he goes straight into the trap, and I'm like, you know what? That's decent. I, I'm all for artists trying something different. But in this case, even though I do like some of the songs on here, Gunna just seems to play it safe. You know, it's nothing compelling. It's nothing too crazy. Some of the songs are good. I'll be listening to them, you know, in the background, but it's not something I'll be like, yo, this is really good. You gotta listen to it. No, like I'll only take about, let's see, Back at It, Back to the Moon, I Don't Know No More, Payback, Cash. I'm not gonna say it. F You Mean. I'm not gonna say that either. Rodeo Drive and P Angels. That's all I'm taking, and that's like a 15 song track list. Which one thing I'll give Gunna credit is it was cohesive. It's short. It's cohesive. It's not one of those bloated albums for the streaming era. So I'll give him credit on that. But I'm only taking a few songs out of 15, and you know, when there's an album that's pretty short, and you're only taking like a couple of songs on there, there's a problem. You know what I mean? But yeah, overall, album's okay. You know, Back at It and P Angels are pretty good. I mean, I like those two tracks. I'll definitely be going back to those. But it's definitely not album of the year. You know, I've seen a lot of people praising it and everything, and it's really not. You know, I've heard better this year. I've heard some underground stuff where I'm like, you know what, this is solid. This should be getting more attention. And you know, I've also heard like a few other mainstream artists where I've also seen them not get as much respect or as much credit as I think they should. I'll be talking about that in the next video, hopefully. But yeah, overall, Gunna. I mean, I'm glad people like it. I really am. You know, all we want is good music. All we want is good music. So I'm glad people are liking it. I'm glad people are bumping the album. It's just not for me. So if I had to give it a ranking, I'll probably go 4 out of 10. But that's just me. You like it? I'm glad. You know, go comment down below. Go talk about it with your friends. Go talk about it with, I don't know, anyone. Go to the hip hop community. You know, I'm always invested. I'm always watching the videos. I'm always watching the different YouTubers and different influencers. And, you know, I was inspired. I was inspired to share my opinion. And yeah, I don't know who'll see this, but hey, I hope you enjoy, man. All that being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking time out of your day. This is The Nerd Out. I'm Paulo Mendes, and I'll see you. Thank you.